Billy, that's you? Billy, that's you?
First, I do care about the turtles, and I do not like straws because of that shore.
I love a straw. I love a good straw. I love sucking on shit. Not dicks or anything. Nothing
115, 10.
Nothing homosexual.
1, 3, 20,
That
19.
makes sense.
Okay. That's gonna be in the opening video. Oh my god, bro. There is no one like you. You are...
But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like, that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' handheld. Give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump, they will not criticize. Still question bomber like my nigga lied. White girls boosting so my dick can ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they soul not showing. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm wondering yourself a victim. Hell's free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses, but I give the masses. My whole all there no walls. I ain't kissing asses. The shit and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bars, the enemy, she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Why they didn't need enough to drive. Horsepower, speed punching. Smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these is stunning. Ain't me like Jesus versus. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan wanna be. I eat a peanut buzzing. Fuck your family, they ugly. You can keep your My time is by the hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see it sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beaming bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker. She breathe me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold if God calls.
Creighton, Henson,
Banana.
Qatar.
Bananas.
You know what I always thought was weird?
What?
How in certain TV shows, like the writers would take up arms against a certain country in the world.
Wait, what?
Like with the West Wing, they decided that in the canon of the West Wing, we are most likely to go to war with Qatar.
What's Qatar?
Qatar is a country in the Middle East. It's Qatar, I think. Maybe Quatar, but I don't think it is.
Well, they have an easy way of getting past that and stuff like like DC and stuff like that, because they just come up with like random countries that are in that like weird area where countries are always forming and then unforming. You know what I mean? In those parts of the world, like
True.
like what would be Turkey in
Why
DC,
would we fight guitars?
Like what would be Turkey in DC is I forget what it's called, but it's something like really.
I mean,
cool.
but Qatar's a real place, though.
Yeah, I know that, but I just mean like you were asking like why places come up with that, and there are ways around that from a writing standpoint.
I mean, I guess, but they didn't. What I'm saying is like they picked straight up a real country to like write a political. At the time, their Game of Thrones, like West Wing was the Game of Thrones show. West Wing was the best show by everybody to on anything.
Maybe they're just like fuck guitar.
I guess. I mean,
Or fuck some guitar.
in the show, like they really are. In the show, it's like fuck this place. Like it's crazy that I can't believe we didn't just blow up Qatar after the West Wing came out. It was a little.
Well, how are things politically then for us?
Well,
Qatar?
so here's the thing: the shit they accused them of in the West Wing, if it's true, is pretty fucking bananas.
Is it true?
Hence me saying if it's true. I don't know.
Well, I mean, was there anything else going on with Qatar at the
I
time?
mean, I'm not sure. There's lots of like, when you watch like a very popular video game that's like air quotes grounded in reality.
yeah.
It's always like with Call of Duty. I'm always like, do we really want to be poking fun of the Russians right now? You know what I mean? Like, like I'm always like,
yes. No, yes, absolutely.
like yes we should, or yes you get it.
Yes, we should.
What?
I don't know. I think it's fun.
Oh my
Let
god,
it
you
roll.
are evil.
I
You're the
mean,
man
if-
that wants to watch the world burn. One
if-
of the writers got cucked, I guess.
If
is my
I
guess.
if I was a writer, like I'd be like, fuck this. I'm gonna write about what I want to write about. Because like I know this is bad, and this probably isn't the correct answer, but like
This is the Creighton I wanted
this
today.
is like I don't like censorship of any kind, really. Cause
well, it's not about censorship.
And like I get it. You know what I mean? I get that
Yeah.
there's definitely things out there that you shouldn't write about and things that can be distasteful. But I think if you want to write something that's really going to like touch someone and it's really going to like, motivate somebody or, be an inspirational story, you have to be able to get past that barrier of writing the things or saying the things that people are going to be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like at least to be realistic and to say, 'cause like, a lot of those things, like, we all think it, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
somebody's out there saying it, and we're like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Birchmans, thank you for following.
Thank you, Birchmans.
I agree. There's just sometimes where I watch it, I'm like, I can't believe they get away with it. Like, I
Yeah.
can't believe that. Like, in the
Well,
West
it was
Wing's
a different
case,
time, too.
that's
though.
true.
I mean, that's in the 90s. I mean, shit, you had stuff on TV like Batman the Animated Series that had guns and drugs in a kid's show that aired Saturday mornings at like 8 and 9 o'clock.
That's a good
It's
point.
a different time for TV.
Qatar and the U.S. are allies, but then I don't know when West Wing came out, so it may have been different. Well, no, so West Wing came out, first year West Wing came out was 1998. It ended in 2006. And the
Damn, it ended in
episodes in question,
2006?
and the episodes in question were around
Like, there had to be early 2000s.
season 2 or 3.
Are they?
And
are the
they're
seasons
still
by year?
allies. I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
saying that's like roughly when I would
Roughly,
guess.
yeah.
It was season 2 or season 3, so I would assume like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
And when that show came out, or when the things in the show that happen that like make me say that, they're allies with Qatar in the show. It's like certain people's opinions that are followed that are like very hardly pushed. That are pushed very hardly. Jesus. You can tell I just woke
very
up.
hardly.
Right. It's times like that where I'm like, it's when one character takes such a hard stance. It's like in this episode specifically, it's a character taking a stance and everybody kind of agreeing with her, but them not really being able to agree with her.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you're just like,
Because
Aaron Sorkin was taking liberties with his own opinion.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So,
It's like one of those
I get
things.
that, but I feel like that needs to be, as much as that can be annoying.
Pushed, let it push it.
Yeah, as much as that can be annoying, especially if it's like something you don't agree with. But
It's
it
not
could
that
be,
I don't agree with.
Well, no, I'm not.
I was
don't
just
mean, I'm just
pulling it out
saying
for being
for
ballsy.
another example. Like I feel like it's in the same park as like somebody being like racist or written racist in a show. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, yeah, that's all.
Well, that's what I mean though. Like
that's
you know,
all,
it's so annoying, but it's like
it's not annoying. Again, I feel like
Well, I mean, like to me, it's annoying.
like the character, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're like, oh, this person just like You ever like watch the character that just gets under your skin so much? Like I feel like it's in that ballpark because it's making you feel that level of emotion. Because it's like, yeah, like I agree with that, but like we can't say that. You know what I mean? But it's like, you
We
know,
can say it. It's
not
not,
that- not that I'm not that I'm like but you get what I'm saying.
According to state.gov, the United States established diplomatic relations with Qatar in 1972 following its independence from the United Kingdom in 1971. Bilateral relations are strong in the United States and Qatar, coordinating closely on a
Wide range
with
of regional.
with the United States and Qatar coordinating closely on a wide range of regional and global issues.
So things are good with Qatar, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, a lot of things are good with a lot of countries all the time that we're probably not
It's about
super
the
duper aware of.
implication
It's the implication.
that
We're
things
supposed to
could go
be.
bad.
We're supposed to be. Yeah, for real. That line, the implication, legitimately, is like the only thing holding like diplomatic relations together with a lot of countries. I bet is the implication of what
like,
diplomatic relations
about
mean.
like what your situation would be if things went south. I love that though. That's kind of like badass. It's like like
Well,
you
it's like in royal times,
Yeah.
royal times, medieval times when
royal time.
when like
we
if-
gotta start
if
calling
you're-
medieval times.
if you're from Britain and I'm from America and like instead of a government it's just kings and queens.
yeah,
If I'm the king and you're the king from our separate places
are we
in the world,
co-kings?
no,
Oh.
from our separate places, and we want to
Oh,
try and be allies, but we still have like things that we're against. What would happen is, like, I would marry, like, your sister, and you would marry like my cousin, and
or
I
your daughter.
or my daughter, and I would
which
send
would be
you
weird.
with her. I would send you like 15, what you would call hostages, but you wouldn't treat them like what we consider the word hostages.
yeah.
Like back then, hostage meant you're gonna go work with them, and they're gonna send 15 over here and work with us. Diplomats,
Yeah,
but really
they're
it's-
hostages.
they're hostages.
but they're
And-
like
and they're treated like royalty,
Yeah.
and they are part of our new whatever we want to call our stand in government. I work with them, you work with us. We start planning marriages down the line for them in our families to further the bond and to make sure that there's less reason for us to want to kill each other one day. And that's how like countries formed eventually, was just, these giant families that form and these power struggles that continue through marriage so that you don't have to worry about people betraying you. And every once in a while, you'd have a king go crazy and kill all of his hostages anyway and not give a fuck about his second, third, and fourth cousins that he sent over.
because he's like it's the implication.
It's the implication.
Do you want to do the weather? Because Flint's gonna like lose his shit if you don't do the weather. We're already 15 minutes in, Charlie.
First of all, how dare you say the weather before we talk about Proposition 118?
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
It's
Proposition.
episode 118, Creighton. How are you?
Good. How are you? How was your weekend?
What? It's Thursday. I'm not gonna lie. Before I talk about this, like, we didn't have Monday or Tuesday. I'm starting to think we should have like 1 week of the month that we just don't even stream.
Why?
Like, not stream the podcast at least, just because it felt good having a couple days without the podcast. Like, my mind felt clear,
I thought
you know.
said you were going crazy.
I
yesterday.
was going crazy. Like I was going crazy when it got to that time, like because I was waking up, like mad that we
I
weren't
think
doing
we
it.
just need like vacations every now and then.
Not even vacations, just because I mean, let's face it, it's not like we're gonna be going on vacation every month.
Well, that's what I mean though. I don't mind grinding this for like month after month, and then like
Yeah.
doing like a week off or something. You know, what I mean?
Every
And
once
then
in a while?
Month and
Okay,
month
we'll
and then a
talk
week
about it.
off, you know,
I don't know.
because like I can grind like a motherfucker. Like I mean, you know that, but like it's just like I get what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is probably the first time since June that we've missed. What was it? More than one day a week?
Yeah.
Or really
Or
the end of July.
without knowing that we were gonna
yeah,
do it.
really the end of July.
Like we've had plenty of times
So
where we
that's
were like, we're not gonna be able to
August,
stream for a couple
September.
days because
So
of this or
that's
that.
2 months we went straight, pretty much.
At least
Yeah.
we went a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And out of all the time, like since COVID started, like and we like really hit a schedule,
That's really the best thing that's come
We've
out
probably
of COVID
only-
for us.
for
is
sure.
that we like hit our stride.
We've probably only done that 2 or 3 times total. Is missed days like that we didn't know we were gonna miss until we missed them.
Mhm.
Like 2 or 3 times. We've had a couple weeks where we like knew we weren't gonna be able to. Oh, by the way, the Tim Dillon show,
Mhm.
I called today. They said it's gonna be postponed until
January?
next October or November.
No. Why
Yeah.
would you? What? Why would they do that?
Well, it's just because of COVID.
Oh.
He can't do it.
Oh.
And like, so here's the. Well, actually, remind me after we talk about Prop 118. I'm gonna go ahead and do that before we get too
Okay.
far into this.
Okay.
So, Colorado Proposition 18 is for paid medical and family leave, or is the paid medical. God damn it! Paid medical and family leave initiative 2020. I am still waking up, everybody. I apologize. So here's the thing. Colorado Families First and AARP-CO committee to support Proposition 18 are registered to support Prop 18 or 118. The committees reported 7.2 million in contributions. The top donors were the North Fund, which gave 3.1 million, and the 1630 Fund, 1630, which gave 2.9 million. Colorado Families First said 80% of Coloradans don't have access to paid family and medical leave. Sorry, they can't afford to take time off work to care for a newborn baby or a seriously ill loved one. Something that's needed now more than ever. Currently, 2.6 million Coloradans would benefit from the program. Coloradans should not have to choose between paying their bills and taking care of their seriously ill family member or having a baby. So essentially, let me double check the number. Where's the number you would get? That'll be the last thing I say, and then we'll just talk like free about it. The program would be funded through a payroll tax to be paid for by employers and employees in a 50-50 split for 2023. For 2023, the maximum annual premium was estimated to be $14.55, since premiums can only be assessed on wages up to $161.7 per person. So essentially, it would be like having the what's it called? The what was the money we were supposed to get?
The stimulus.
It would be like stimulus, but only for paid like for medical leave. They have to vote that in Colorado, which by the way is the same place that they were going to vote in the electoral college thing that I thought was kind of cool.
So,
I need you to pull your hair through your hat. Okay.
So,
Little peacock act.
like,
I
what
got you.
happened? Like, I mean, as far as like that goes, why were they not being covered before?
'Cause what do you mean? Oh,
Like, so is just medical leave they're being paid for?
yeah, I mean,
So that would be
that
then-
doesn't happen for
Would
a lot
that
of
be
people.
being paid through the government or?
yeah, it's through a tax. It's called again. It's called the Paid Medical and Family Leave Initiative for 2020, and it's only 2020 because it has to be voted in for through 20, like the year 20, like now.
Mhm.
See, much better. Okay.
That one is one of those ones that I don't like. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money, and I don't get it.
You
I
don't
mean, I
get
get
it?
what it's going towards. I get it's to
I mean,
help
it's for-
them for their medical leave, but is that medical leave due to Corona or is that medical leave
Just in general.
in
If
general?
yeah, in general. I mean,
There's nothing like there in the state like helping people out who are on medical leave, like businesses, or there's no programs
no,
within like
probably not.
companies themselves to help out those people.
No, I mean,
'Cause-
you don't have any, do you?
Yeah, we do.
Here?
So
What
like
do you have?
so if we get hurt on the job or if for whatever reason I can't remember if it's like a terminal illness thing or not, if any of that happens to us, we like are entitled to get a check from Food Line. Now you can come back and work. Like we had somebody in produce get hurt when I had first started, and his arm was hurt really bad. And what they did was he was on like light duty, so he
Mhm.
was working like part time, making like 25 hours a week, and then Food Lion paid the other half of what he would normally be making, so he didn't take a pay cut at all. If that makes sense. So he got paid like for the time he was there, and then the time that he wasn't there, which would be like what his normal set hours were.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think this is just for in general, especially with
So-
having a kid. Is like it seems like having a baby is like a big push for it.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, I mean, that's
'cause a
why-
lot of
that's the
people-
whole
a lot of
reason
people,
why
if
WIC
they-
is in place.
That what is?
WIC.
What's WIC?
WIC is I didn't know about WIC until I started working at Food Line. Is kind of like EBT, but like it's for like if you have a kid and it goes from like the time that they're like the time
Born.
that you're pregnant up until the time that they are 5 or 6 years old. And what it is like you get this. It used to be vouchers, but you get this card from the government.
Like
And-
stamps.
Almost, but you had to buy specific things. Like they give you an app, and we have it listed in our
So
store.
you can only buy
It's a huge headache
diapers
if you fuck
or
that shit up. Yeah,
Really?
so yes, it's a headache because it's like you have to get certain shit in the store. You can't just go and buy stuff willy nilly. Like you have to buy milk. You have to buy a certain type of milk. You have
yeah,
to
it's
buy,
like formula.
No. I mean like whole milk. Like because the mom can start buying food after she finds out she's pregnant,
Yeah.
and it goes to the WIC office to apply for all the benefits.
Oh,
and stuff.
okay.
But so you have to buy certain types of milk.
I would
certain
just use
types
the
of
WIC stuff.
bean.
I would go for both. I'd go for the food stamps and the WIC, and then
Well, people do that.
yeah.
But
exactly.
it's kind of a difficult process. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can be very frustrating. I mean,
Mhm.
you very much have to be aware of what you can get, how much of it you can get, when to get it. But they give you like a fuck ton of milk. Like you can get like 2 or 3 gallons of milk a month, and people just don't use milk that much. So a lot of times they end up giving it away. It is illegal to get that milk with WIC and then turn around and sell it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Uh,
but that's not ever gonna stop. No one's gonna hunt those people down is the thing.
I mean, there's people who do investigate because we have to.
Well,
deal with
obviously,
them.
but I mean,
We have to
in
deal with them a lot.
times of real crisis, there's not.
yeah,
people
yeah,
really
I
looking
mean,
out for that.
I get that. I get what you're saying.
I've
yeah.
known people that have done that with food stamps.
but yeah,
Like crazy, like
Mhm.
people that go with food stamps and just get like 40 cases of soda and sell them to like a gas station.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just get that money, like literally the same price. Like we'll spend $200 of food stamps and just get it in cash, so they have the cash instead.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
But there are our state doesn't do it, but North Carolina does it to where EBT is like retirement benefits and like your food stamps and everything. It's all on one card.
Mm-hmm.
Except for WIC. WIC isn't on that card.
Yeah.
But they do it all on one card, and you can get cash back off your EBT if it's a out of state EBT card because they have their retirement benefits on that and everything. We can take out of state WIC cards or out of state EBT cards, but we can't take out of state WIC cards.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think that's how it works. I might be wrong about that, but yes. Anyway, sorry, that was a fun little rant / fact
Yeah.
that I learned while. But the vouchers were better to me because the vouchers, if we didn't have something, we could supplement it and still run the voucher for that food item. You know what I mean? Like if we didn't have a certain type of milk, but we had 2 half gallons. So it all worked out.
Sorry,
You're fine.
I just take a screenshot of something hilarious.
But anyways,
I know I get what you're saying, and
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I was confused about what you were saying with the
That it
whole,
was, like, somewhere
yes,
different?
because I would assume something like that every state would have it, but I know every state's different too.
Yeah.
So.
Not everyone is this, and again, Food Line is a very separate thing from the state of South Carolina too. So like,
yeah.
there's a lot, like if you work at Wendy's, you know what I mean. It's not like if you get pregnant, there's not really much that Wendy's is gonna do for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I assume maybe Wendy's is
and-
great to their pregnant employees.
I don't know if you get paid leave or not
I don't think so. Not at a place like
for
that.
Food Lion
But I'm
if
not
you're
sure.
pregnant. I'm not sure about that.
Or when you have the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, like maternity leave is not the same everywhere. You know, like some people have it and a lot of people don't. But for a lot of people, maternity leave just means you don't have to work. Like you just don't lose your job. Doesn't mean you get paid.
Yeah.
And maternity leave could be 9 months. You know what I mean? It could be a year sometimes. There's countries in Europe, I forget where it is, but like where not only the woman, but the woman and the man get like a year and a half maternity leave
Damn.
and can hold their job and continue getting paid.
Damn.
And like just so that, you know, and I mean, honestly, that sounds like really good. Like
That seems
I
very
think you
fair.
should have a lot of time to make sure that everything's right raising your kid for the first year of its life. Just making sure that you spend enough time with him or her and feed them right, and like you're learning. You have to learn. You're a fucking parent, and you're gonna be a parent for the rest of your life. So that maybe that first year we give everybody that first year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Just to kind of get used to it.
yeah. And
I
it's
will-
not like you have to take that
And
year.
I've worked with single moms who've had the babies by themselves and everything like that, and then
Yeah.
had to go home and then come back to work. And I'm
Yeah.
and then not have that 3 months. I mean, I did know this one girl who had saved up, who was good enough with her money to save it up to where she didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Need to be at work, but I mean that she was like, when I tell you she had everything planned down to a T, it was crazy. You know what I mean? But I mean, she had worked everything out to where she could do that. She was gone for, God, probably 2 or 3 weeks, or no, 6 weeks. 6 weeks on maternity leave, and then she came back, and then COVID happened, and she was gone for months, and she was doing just fine. You know what I mean? Now she did eventually end up quitting because of COVID, because she, well, I don't want to get into it, but she essentially just met a wealthy guy. They hit things off, and now it's I think they're engaged actually, so things went well for her. COVID's been very good to her.
My friend just started maternity leave Monday. Her company gives her 6 weeks off, no pay. Damn. Her husband works for Wells Fargo. He gets 4 months paid leave, and he can split it out as needed.
So that means he could take a week
He
off.
he can take a week
and
off,
come
work
back
a
and
week.
some.
Yeah, but it's paid either way, for him. So that's weird, right?
Yeah.
That he's the one that gets paid.
What
I
does she
guess.
do?
Yeah, well, I know what her job is.
Huh.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Stay-at-home dad, podcast. Yeah, but that kind of defeats the purpose in the beginning. When you have the kid, I feel like the mother is the one that needs to
Imagine,
stay home.
he gets back.
You're
to
the
work.
one that just had the baby.
Imagine he gets back to work and they're like, "Hey, how was having the kid?" He's like, "Great, man. I'm just exhausted. You know what I mean, I gotta go home." And they're all high fiving him and stuff, throwing him paychecks,
Slow clap, 80s slow clapping him
Yeah.
out of the place.
throwing him paychecks as paper planes and stuff.
That's hilarious. That's a really fucked up system right there, isn't it?
Maybe we should go work at Wells Fargo. Then we can.
You should go work
then
at
we'll
Wells Fargo.
we'll knock somebody up, and then we'll just get 4 months of paid leave.
So let me get this right. You want to work at Wells Fargo so that you can work for 4 months. You can have 4 months off paid,
After I
but
knock
you have to have
somebody
a
up.
kid.
Yes, I just need a child.
Oh, and my counterparts in France get 6 months paid. Both parents, mothers can take up to a year and keep their job. See, that's what I heard
Ah.
of. That's the thing I'm talking
And
about.
then I could come back, knock her up again, and then
Just
take
keep
another
doing
one. Yeah.
I wonder if that works if you stack it. If you just keep having
Probably.
kids. Imagine you just get a decent job and you
Well,
just have
so-
8 kids in a row and you're out for
if
fucking
I,
7
if
or
I
8
play
years.
it just right, I could work a solid 3 years. Well, a solid 4 years, and only work 2/3 of those 3 years, roughly.
Not if you're in France.
No, I'm talking about with this.
Oh, at this.
I mean, in France, it's
Combo. Wombo combo. Hit him with the old
like
wombo.
imagine like I just
combo.
knock her up every time and then wait 9 months and then take 4 months off.
So I only work 5 months out of the year. What happens the other 7? Well, I have a kid. Every time. It's like, how long's Creighton been at this company? 30 years. Wow, why does he have so many pictures in his office? He has 29 children. Whoa, why is there so many
Each
kids?
one better
Every
than
year he
last.
has a kid.
Each one better than the last.
Oh, man. They're all alive. It's crazy.
Got 23 kids, 5 wives.
He was very careful. He never had twins or anything. They're all single kids. It's like, I don't know how he does
Wait,
it.
so how's that work with twins? Do you get 8 months then?
I don't think that's how that works. Maybe. I don't know. That would be kind of funny if they
Like-
just stack it with kids.
Group shot.
Creighton, the weather in Anson County, North Carolina today was cloudy. It was 73 degrees Fahrenheit. The precipitation was 15%. The humidity was 82%. I hate
The shirts off.
I
podcast.
always hate the welcome. 30 minutes in, welcome to the Shirts Off podcast.
We're only a fourth of the way through.
That's a good point. That's a good way of looking at it. We're only a quarter of the way there. What was the 20? Oh, there's actually, I had a fucking 25% joke earlier that I was actually, I didn't write it down.
Damn.
No.
Was it a thing about like black people? You're like, well, they're only 25% person.
What?
I thought that's
wrong
what
with
you're
you?
gonna say.
Why
'Cause,
is
you know-
you guys are really hitting me
Well, I
with this
know you're a
racism thing.
racist,
Right.
and I'd be like,
Right.
Charlie, shut the fuck up, you racist piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
And, like, take your clan meeting other places.
I have people in the MFAM that have literally talked to me at first and been like, hey, are you racist?
I mean, you
Because
are.
of how people act. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Stop saying it like that. I'm not racist, and people think I am. People actually think I'm the racist guy in the community. Gotta live in Utah and work at Wells Fargo. A wife, kid for every 4 months. What?
They're like, don't talk to Charlie. He's the
Flint.
racist one.
Right. Somebody Discord DM'd me earlier, and I told you, and they just responded. That's what I was screenshotting. They said,
listen,
how do I get in a conversation with Nick Merckx? I said, very carefully. He said, very carefully do what? So that was one of those things I was like, well, I just have to have this in my life.
So the Urban
Speaking of which.
Dictionary word of the day is sneaky link.
Sneaky link?
Yes. You want
What's-
to know the definition?
What the fuck is a sneaky link?
When you meet with someone without anyone knowing except you and the person.
When I meet with someone?
Sneaky link, me and Mark. That's how it's used in a sentence.
What? Mormon joke?
I
Oh,
guess
okay.
I guess it's like, wait, is this a
No,
Mormon joke?
that's a Mormon joke. But
Wait, are you a
the
Mormon?
thing Flint said. What's the... What?
So it's like if me and you met up and hung out without telling anybody.
Every Monday through Thursday.
No,
Basically.
but we tell everybody. We broadcast this shit.
I mean, I guess.
But it's like if we just hung out of the blue for no reason, then I was like,
It's like
hey,
that's a sneaky link.
Yeah, because you're not telling anybody.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Nobody else knows
I
except
mean,
for you.
You know
and the
what? You know what?
person.
I guess that there's never been a name for it, and it's just weird to hear the name for it. What? I mean, it's Urban Dictionary. I feel like it's
It
not
does
a real
sound.
thing.
It sounds dirty, doesn't it?
Well,
Like-
yeah, it really does. Sneaky link.
I'm gonna text you later and be like, "Hey, you want a sneaky link?"
You best know that sneaky link is going to be used hard in my vernacular from now on if I ever do need to
The
plant
only
something.
thing is, like, we can't, like, broadcast it. Or else
Of
it's
course
a
not.
sneaky
No,
link
like I'll just
anymore.
call you and be like, Creighton, sneaky link. You'll be like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
And then you'll come over here, and then we'll know.
But it
it.
does seem like there's something missing though from that. Like, you know, what I
Right?
mean? Like you're like talking.
Are
like,
there
"Hey,
other
sneaky link?"
definitions? Are there like, is there just one, or is there like, there's usually like definition 2, then 3, then 4, then 5?
Hold on.
Like scroll down.
Hold on.
'Cause I'm
I don't
curious.
have it on hand. Let me.
God
type
damn it!
in.
You already exited.
No. It's like
You whore.
the homepage has it.
So definition for hooking up with someone, you don't want people, you don't want people
to
know you hooked up. God damn it!
So this is the other one. It's an appointment or a link that a female or male makes so that one and another can meet. No one but them supposed to know. On these
Who
links-
edits these fucking Wikipedia entries? Like people just don't have
well, this
grammar.
isn't Wikipedia. This is
I mean,
Urban
not
Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. Who
Oh,
edits this shit?
wait,
'Cause they
wait,
don't have
I'm
grammar.
not done.
Can't you and me edit Urban Dictionary? Isn't that the way it works?
Yeah.
Like it has to get.
Wait,
voted or
wait,
something?
listen to this. Listen.
It's ridiculous.
Listen to this. On these links, most of the time, pussy and dick is exchanged.
Okay, so this is like hookups.
Well, that definition is.
Well, I mean, I feel like sneaky link in general is probably
Or
more for
and
hookups
this is
than
it being
anything else.
used in a sentence. Text X while drunk. Sneaky links? Question mark. And it has the shush emoji. And then it's also got a gif of George Clooney peeking over some grass.
Some grass.
Come here, look at it. You would know.
No,
what
it's okay. I'm fine. It's like Bill Clinton looking through the bushes.
Look, I love that this they're starting.
That's so
They're
funny.
starting to add gifs into their their definitions. I'm gonna see if I can drop this in the Discord, so that way you get a better understanding of what I'm looking at. Oh, let's see here. Did it? Load? Oh,
man.
it did.
It's in general. Okay. That looks like it's from. Well, actually, no. His hair looks too he looks too old right there. I was gonna say it looks like from Oh Brother Where Art Thou,
It does kind of look like.
but I don't think that's it because he looks a little older there than he did in that. That was a good movie. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, Brother, where art there?
Yeah.
That's the one with the 3 prisoners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago, but I've seen it. The third top definition is meet a girl or guy and have sex or fuck somewhere without anybody knowing. Yo, Ray, sneaky links? Question mark.
Yo, Ray, sneaky link. It almost sounds like it should be called sneaky link up. 'Cause then it's like linking up as like
link up's too long.
it's 2 more letters. You fuck.
It's too long. Well, it's a hyphen too. The hyphen really adds to the link.
What do you mean it's a hyphen?
Like link up, like link and then hyphen and then up. That's how you would write that.
You wouldn't have to. You could just say sneaky
No,
link
no,
up.
no, no. The space is worse.
How is it worse?
Because it's too much of a drop. Link up is like, right there. It's right now. And then, like, the space is like link. And then you think about up. English is funny like that.
I hate you.
It's true. You'd know these things if you, took English in college.
Creighton, do not talk to me about speaking.
I'm not talking about speaking. I'm talking about writing, Charlie.
They're very synonymous with each other, you freak.
See, Flint gets it. It's one syllable too much.
Flint. Listen here, you fucking Husker.
Well,
I don't
you
wanna
say
hear
it. You say it then. Say it to me and see how it
I
feels.
did like 5 times. It does sound weird. The whole thing saying sneaky link in general is weird. You fuck.
Yeah,
This is an
but then
Urban
you're-
Dictionary.
but
This
then
isn't
you're
real.
throwing in
This
a-
is fake words.
You're throwing
This
it-
isn't a real thing.
No, it is though. It's an
It's
Urban
not in normal dictionary. Urban Dictionary doesn't mean
I
shit.
bet it's in Webster.
You think sneaky link is in Webster's?
You want to find out?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna figure it out.
Find out then. Fuck around. Find out, Charlie.
Swear to God. Sneaky link Urban Dictionary. There's no Urban Dictionary. Sneaky, definition of sneaky in Merriam-Webster. Sneaky synonyms. There's no sneaky links Facebook. There's no sneaky links on Webster's.
There's
You
a
fuck.
sneaky. Wait, there's a sneaky links Facebook.
Yeah, have fun.
Is it
I'm
a
not.
page?
I'm not opening
Like,
it.
You guys.
I didn't open it. Fuck you. You can figure that shit out yourself. How dare you? You fucking monster. Oh, I forgot to read. Chris said, I just got in here, but do you think the election is as much of a landslide as the media says? Because I don't.
Well, which way?
Yeah,
Like,
honestly,
what do you mean? I
it
mean,
could be a landslide in either direction at this point
Do
for
you
me.
want a puppet or do you want like an asshole?
Oh my God! Don't start that argument. I'm not better. I'm not a Husker for a few weeks. I'm mad at my state. Stupid fucks. Why are you mad at your state now? I don't know. When it comes to the election, we're probably gonna stream election night like a longer stream than usual. We'll probably start early.
It's gonna be real longer than usual.
Why? Why do you say that?
I was making a penis joke.
Oh, Then make one. That wasn't a penis joke.
It was kind of a penis.
No, you were implying that the podcast was just gonna be longer. Like you have to imply like another word or another phrase to make it more of a. God damn it! You're the one who says you're good at the words.
You're sitting here telling me how to make jokes, and you don't even believe in a hyphen making a word too long.
A fake word, a not real phrase.
Look,
it's an Urban Dictionary
it
thing that no one knows about.
It is. It's real.
It's not real. It's Urban
Just because
Dictionary.
we don't use it doesn't mean it's not being used.
Just because it's being used doesn't mean it's a real thing.
It is a real thing if it's being used.
No, it's not.
Well,
it's just something. It's a fucking fake language.
You might as well like say that about the whole English language then.
No, it's written down and factualized, and there are definitions, hardcore definitions. Sneaky link isn't a real word. It's in a real combination that means anything except an Urban Dictionary. It's slang. You fuck.
Yeah, slang is real.
Slang is recognized until like fact
If I
checked.
walk into a store and I say I want a 40, everybody knows that that's a tall beer without me having to convey that. That's not in an Urban
Not
Dictionary.
everybody. Don't say everybody like everybody knows that.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that until just now.
You don't work in a store.
Yeah, I still don't know that.
But anybody who does would know.
Anybody that does. That's not
Exactly.
everybody. That's not
That's
most
not-
people.
That's a majority of
Not a
people.
majority of people. Not a majority of people
It's
work
more
in
than you
grocery
think.
stores. Yeah, but it's not a majority.
And
It's
then
not most people.
Anybody that has friends that drink know that.
Yeah, sure. But again, I feel like you're not. There's whole fucking populations that don't drink at all.
I mean, yeah, but that's like being
There's whole
fair.
religious
You're
sects
getting
that
into
don't.
the
No, I'm talking about the
specifics.
raw numbers.
What?
This isn't
They're
Smithers.
tall beers and 40s are different. Well, then my bad.
God damn it. See, you're just a fucking idiot. Ooh, I'm getting mad. Ooh, you're getting me mad. Election talk. He's talking about fake words. Calling me dumb. Ooh, 25,000 went to a Trump rally in a few days from Halloween and are going to get a lot of people sick. I mean, yeah. But, I mean, a lot of people are going to get sick just because this thing is existing and we're out in the world. And, like, people have to go to their jobs.
You want somebody they're going to kill
I'm
off in a
going
few
to have a
months?
hot take real quick. I think it's better that people are out working again than not working.
Do you
So
want,
I'm sorry
do you want
if any
somebody
of
that's
us
going to be
disagree on
killed
that.
off in a few months and replaced with a younger female version? Or do you
Wait,
want
hold on. Say that again.
Well, we were talking about the election.
Oh, what'd you say? You say, would you rather one of them be?
Do you want somebody who's going to be killed off in a few months?
I don't think he's gonna be
replaced with-
killed off. I
I
think
think
he's
he'll be
gonna.
killed
I think he's gonna be. He's gonna resign due to mental health problems.
No, he'd be killed off.
Killing
gonna
off
do
is
it.
too difficult.
No, it's not.
It's very difficult.
They
You think they
a heart
wouldn't? You think
attack.
they wouldn't have whacked fucking Donald yet? We're 4 years into this shit.
I don't know. I feel like he's got the money that's like to like protect himself. You know what I mean?
Money doesn't protect people, Creighton. Not everybody. Look at Epstein. They
Well,
suicided his ass.
Epstein had shit on everybody. Trump
Yeah.
never has like. In my mind,
He's
I
the
feel like,
president.
I feel like he's not
He
gonna
has
be,
shit on everybody.
I feel like he's not going to be the one to try to use that to extort people. Epstein was using that to extort people.
I don't know. There's 40s, which are 40 ounce. A tall boy, which is 24 ounce. Can't play Edward 40 hands with the tall boy. See, I wish it's gonna maximize it. Fuck them. That's my opinion. Okay, no, I mean I get it.
Or
I'm not
I didn't
opposing what you
finish the
said.
other part of my joke. Or do you want an asshole?
I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I would believe a landslide in either direction, for lots of reasons. I think pre-COVID, Trump beats any Democrat by a landslide, and it's not. And I mean, like, it's not close at all. Like 70% of the vote wins, like crazy wins.
I don't know. I just don't believe anything I see on TV.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing for me. Is I don't know what to like. None of it
Because I was
means
watching,
anything to me.
was
Like none of the truth means anything
I
to
was
me.
watching Trump's 60-minute interview the other night, and like they're kind of assholes to him. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And I get it. Like he's
Virtually
an asshole.
everyone in media
is an asshole.
is an asshole to him. Almost
Which is-
everybody.
Well, yeah, and it's crazy to me. 'Cause
Even
I'm like,
Fox isn't like as for him as everyone thinks they are.
Yeah.
They're just the only ones that talk
well, they're right
about the
with
positive
their
that
right
he does.
hand. Yeah,
Yeah, they're on the
right-wing
right.
hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like they're correct.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are
but
on
they're
the
on
right.
the right
Yeah,
side, so
yeah.
they kind of have to be like
Shit.
they have to fall in line. You know,
I'm
I'm
not even falling.
there's a
in line. It's not about falling in
conversation-
line. Hold on, no, because I do want to clarify that. Like
Okay.
I've I've been looking at a bunch of studies from like legitimate scientists, like theoretical physicists and all these guys. I follow a lot of people who are very just science forward.
Yeah.
Like they're not like politically leaning in certain directions.
Yeah.
They're talking about the numbers, and they're all like, I don't understand why. Like, and these are people who aren't like unbelievably politically active. They just talk about the numbers, and they're like, I don't get why everybody gets mad at Fox for covering Trump. They simply don't. They simply cover the things he does positive as well as the things he does negative, because they go after him just like everyone else. The media, other media, doesn't cover it. If Fox like was against Trump's policy on fucking X, but not on B, like all other media is gonna say is, I can't believe they're for B, not like, oh look, they're with us on X, because obviously like it's so weird that
Well, that's
like
the thing.
people go
Like,
back and forth
that's-
against it.
That's like
Don't
why-
get me wrong. There's people on Fox that are dumb, but there's people everywhere else that are way dumber. That's the
why
thing.
I don't like it, because it's like it's like I get it. The guy's an asshole. I get that you don't like the things that he does, the things that he says. I don't either.
Done
but-
with politics. I hate it. Vodka time.
but the where I draw the line is, like, I feel like with an election and with the debates and everything like that, you have to be at least in some part of the news media
Bias
or
unbiased, rather.
unbiased.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, if you're gonna press one guy and not press the other, I mean, you know, I feel
That
like you
last
need to
debate
press,
was she was the best moderator by far. She
Really?
was a pretty good. I think she did a very good job of like pressing on both of them. And that a lot of that might have been the fact that they muted the mics during the like the
Did they
nonstop.
try to interrupt each other at all?
Probably, but we wouldn't have known because they didn't show. They one muted the other mic, and they would just cut to the person talking. So like you never would see the other guy.
I was
So
hoping we'd see Trump walk over to Biden.
imagine just walks over like, hold on a
cough
second.
cough in his face, and then be like,
No, wrong. Shut up. Give me a mic. What are you gonna do? Go to mine? You can't walk. Imagine he said that. Oh my God. I don't think I could even. I think the supporters of Biden would be like, oh shit. Like it would just be
Yeah.
so funny.
"Look, I
Agree
think
with Charlie. Pre-COVID, Trump landslide easily. Now I think it can go either way. We all thought Hillary had it in the bag in 2016. Look what happened. Yeah.
yeah,
With the whole mail-in ballot thing, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Is
See-
it very open to
Risque?
fraudulence? Is it like super easy to fact check? Is it super easy to verify? Is it like all these things? Like the
We're
West
just
Wing
not
is
smart
so.
enough.
You know what's really disappointing?
What?
The West Wing is very topical today. That's disappointing because 60 to 70% of what the show West Wing is about like media and policy being fucked up by like shitty systems like media and like conversation, like literally things that fuck up policy, and how dumb it is that certain things fuck up policy, and how we should just have people that are in charge of this that push policy, and that people win arguments, and that's how policy goes through, not people already having their mind made up going into an argument. There's a character on the show called named Toby Ziegler, and he's the chief of he's like the president's speechwriter but and director of communications. And he has an argument with 3 Congress people, and the way Congress works with passing stuff is you have to get votes from Congress members. And like what you do is you have a majority of the Congress that's on your side and a majority that isn't, and it comes down to like 5 or 6 people that you need to swing to pass your bill or pass whatever it is you're trying to pass. And there's an episode where a congresswoman has died. And in the case of a congresswoman dying, before you have an election to fill her spot, her husband takes her spot and is in charge of her vote, or somebody is assigned, like whenever she goes in. And in this case, it was her husband. And he is not unbelievably politically active. He's like a high school ethics teacher or something, and he's there, and Toby is like presenting his argument, and the other Congress people are all on the others are all they're the main cast is like left in the show, like they're Democrats, but they're like moderate Democrats for the most part, and he's trying to swing these 3 right candidates. They're all on the right, to agree with his position, and 2 of them don't and never show any sign of doing it. And then at the end of the argument, the guy whose wife has just died said, "I agree with you. I'll vote for you." And he's like, okay, because he only needed 1 vote. He's like, okay, thank you. Could you stay in town until tomorrow just so that we can clarify and get just have a few things? And he was like, yeah, okay. And then the other 2 leave, and he's like, why'd you agree with me? He said, you argued the point. I mean, it makes sense. And like Toby just like kind of snickers. And he's like, well, thanks. And he says, is something like interesting or like what's funny? And he's like, it's just weird having an argument win based on logic and not have people come in with their minds already made up, which is like most of politics.
Yeah.
Which is what kind of sucks. And that's like the point that the show is trying to tell you, which, say what you want, bias, unbiased, like that's obviously a writer making a statement, but that's still definitely a thing in the world, whether it's politics or not. People come into things made up and they don't want to hear an argument, and that's a lot of the reason a lot of things are corrupt and annoying. But it was cool to see it in that episode. But it's devastating that was in season 1 of The West Wing in 1998, and it's still relevant 22 years later. Like, and not only is it relevant, like we are having the most ridiculous, crazy political race of all time. I dropped in my ballot at my DMV. I don't trust the post office. Okay. Oh, excuse me. You don't trust the post office? The post office is mad at Trump. I don't know.
Maybe that's why he doesn't trust the post office.
I don't know. Flint seems pretty against Trump.
No, I just mean like for an unbiased, ballot.
Oh, I guess. Postal workers are dumping ballots? Oh, well, okay.
Really?
Then. I didn't know that.
They're dumping them?
Yeah. I don't know. I have no clue, bro. It's all nuts to me. I have no clue. I don't know what to believe. I don't know if Trump's going to just absolutely demolish. I don't know if Biden's going to absolutely demolish. I don't know if it's going to be close. I don't know if it's going to be until January before we know for sure. Like, don't go telling me 1998 was 22 years ago. Isn't that crazy, bro? Bro, I was born in 96. I'm 24, bro. What? Ugh.
Old as hell.
Feels weird. Don't, shut up.
You're
23,
44.
you head ass.
Like
you are
44.
a year and a half younger than me.
Yeah.
You gross
Feels like less.
idiot. Feels like well, actually, you're only
Well, it feels
March,
like more,
April,
I guess.
March, April. You're only a year and 2 months. I say year and a half. You're a year and 2 months younger than me.
It feels like more.
I mean, yeah. You have the mind of a 17-year-old.
Live young.
Right.
Or wait, live young? What's the word? What's the phrasing? You're only as old as you feel.
Yes.
Yep.
I'd rather that than as old as you think.
Yes.
I'd rather think like a 24-year-old but still feel like, like a 20-year-old.
I feel like a 16-year-old.
16-year-old?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I do.
You're Goliath, Creighton. You won't feel like a 16-year-old.
What do I feel like then?
When you were 16, you could still run around and do shit. The age is starting to catch up, and like you're not as athletic as a 16-year-old is.
I can still run around and do shit.
Not like a 16-year-old. When you were 16, you had energy like a kid still because you were still only 16. Your body wasn't going through the like ridiculous metabolic changes and the like different like the new balance of chemistry that it has gone through in the last like 3 years.
I can do it.
Uh-huh.
I will outrun any 16-year-old and beat their ass.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I know some 16-year-olds that could fuck both of us up with their hand behind their back. There's some fucking athletes
Well, yeah,
today.
you're out of shape and out of time because you're an old man.
And you're not?
Nope.
Never
You got
mind.
heart.
It's a good thing this is the Shirts Off podcast, ironically. From Fox News, Republic's favorite newscast, Kentucky, Republicans' favorite newscast, Kentucky, Massachusetts, California, and Pennsylvania have had reports of workers dumping ballots. I understand.
So is that true?
I don't know. Why are you quoting
Fox News.
Fox News and calling them shit for reporting that? That's a good thing to report,
I mean, that is a good
That's
thing
an
to report
unbelievably
if it's-
important
if
story.
it's true.
especially if it's true.
But if it's not true, it's furthering the narrative.
I mean, sure, but again, if you're mad at Fox for being the Republicans, are you worried that they're dumping ballots from the left or from the right? Like, what are you worried they're dumping ballots for? Like, the problem is that dumping ballots is so. It depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. Again, I mean, all of this, I don't know what to trust. I don't know what's real. So much of it gets redacted inside of 2 weeks. Like, it's nuts. Or even if it doesn't get redacted by the source, like, something comes out that is, like, logically redacting it. You know what I mean? Like, arguing against it's just all of it is so all of it's so toxic. All of it's so hard to believe. So I don't, from both, in my opinion, everyone should have their vote counted, left or yeah. No, I'm with you. There's a really funny scene in the West Wing in season 4, where one of the assistants, one of the main characters, is like, she's like the lovable character because like she's just like, she's like on everybody's side, and she goes to vote and she accidentally votes for everyone on the opposite side of the ballot, and basically against the president, like who she works for, and she's like, I have to fix this. He's like, you can't. Your ballot's invalidated. You already sent it in. And she's like, well, but my vote. But I voted. How do I do that? He's like, I mean, the best thing you could do is go to a ballot box and try and convince someone who's voting for Richie to vote for Bartlett. And she's like, and he's like, no. And she's like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And she goes and she literally stands outside.
Wing?
This is the West Wing. Yeah, it's amazing. The show's fucking. It's going down as one of my. It's already one of my favorite shows of all time. I'm season 4. I'm in season 4, and there's 7 seasons. It's fucking incredible. It's so good. It is so good. It has this, bro. This show is Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. It has. I knew something. This is a spoiler for the end of season 3.
Okay.
There's an episode called Wars of the Roses, which is based on the Wars of the Roses, which is what Game of Thrones, like, seasons 1 through, like, 3 and 4 are based on. And it's not, like, to the degree that Game of Thrones goes to the, like, to mirroring War of the Roses, but I know essentially what War of the Roses is and what it means. And
what is War of the Roses?
the War of the Roses is like the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. It's that, like, that part of Game of Thrones, like that family, like from the Starks and the Lannisters and that whole group for the first few seasons. The way that story plays out is almost mirroring what happens in the War of the Roses, which is based on England and Scotland in like 13th century Europe, I think. I want to say it's from back then. It's old. But it's a play from a long time ago, and in the show they were holding the play, and in the episode some things happen, and I knew they were gonna happen. Like, as soon as I saw the name of the episode, I was like, "No, bro, no! This is the penultimate episode of the season. That means the second to last episode of the season." And you're going to do this shit to me? I know what's going to happen. I know something horrible is going to end, and something terrible happens, and I fucking cried like a little bitch. Not actually, but like emotionally.
A little bit.
Like, I wish. Like, I got like that, like that heavy breath. Like, I didn't exude tears, but I wish I had.
That's how I was whenever. It's weird.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Flint.
I didn't think I would cry at like a kid's show and again. But like when I finish Steven Universe, like Future,
I'm finally getting to where I feel like I can cry. Like, I'm getting closer to crying. Like, the last time I cried at a movie was Onward. At the end of
I
Onward.
haven't seen Onward yet.
It's
It's
great.
on Disney Plus, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
great. Before that, I had not cried in like years and
It's a
years and
Pixar
years and years.
movie, right?
Yes. I've cried like 3 times in like 15 years. 2 of those times I've cried actually 4 times. 4 times. 2 of those times were like for happy things. And then the other 2 were like when I was 9 and when I was 11. And they were both for sad things. And then now I've cried a lot laughing. I've cried laughing like at comedy shit a bunch of times. But I feel like that doesn't count.
No.
That's different.
No.
I haven't like cried 'cause emotionally, like I've like because like something made me super happy or super sad. other than like a couple of times in years and years and years for a lot of things that make me feel like I should. Like, you ever have that feeling in the back of your eyes, like down
Yeah,
here?
like it's coming.
Yeah, like you're like, like you feel like your eyes like, like that. Like, I've had that feeling a bunch of times, and I've just never been able to like squeeze out a tear. Like, what was that? What's the thing where it's like, watch this. I'm a man. I can cry. Woo! Like, I forget what that's on. There's
That's Cry with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yes,
It's
yes.
enough to make a grown man cry, but
Yeah.
I won't. And then he flicks the tear back up.
yeah, and then the guy does. The other guy, like the guy that gets eaten.
Somebody said your eyes are constipated.
Exactly.
Octopussy.
I'm watching someone wholesome tonight. Get my mind away from politics. What? Are you talking about me?
Watching someone wholesome or something? Maybe it's something.
Maybe.
When should we watch something wholesome?
Onward. It's pretty wholesome. It's great, honestly.
Oh,
If you haven't seen it. Onward, the end of Onward fucked me up.
Did it?
It was great. It was so good.
Why did it fuck you up?
I don't want to say. You should watch the movie.
Okay.
It's on Disney
You think
Plus.
I'll cry if I watch The Mandalorian tonight?
I don't know. It's only the episode. I feel like the first episode isn't going to be that crazy. I feel like it'll have a great opening, and it'll be a great episode, but it'll probably have like a really cliffhangery end tag is what it'll be. It won't be like...
You say that.
I mean, I don't know. It could be fucking balls to the wall right away, first episode. I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it tonight or not. Because if I watch it tonight, what's going to happen is I'm going to go to bed thinking about it, and I need to go back to bed. Actually, not really. I don't really need to sleep till like 6 or 7, if I'm being super honest. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm excited.
I'm super tired.
I'm super tired too.
Just 'cause I know it's the end of the week for me.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
Tomorrow's
I
the beginning
slept
of my
good as
week.
hell last night.
Dude, I did too. I've been sleeping.
And I had a great day at work too.
I've had like such back, and I'm sure it won't last. I've had such back and forth terrible sleep for the last like month.
What's
Like I mean the
Yeah.
worst sleep I've ever had.
I know, 'cause like you could tell like you just haven't been yourself lately.
Yeah, I've been.
Like no,
I've
not
had-
like in that. Oh, like you've been a shitty person. Just like
Yeah.
you could tell you're tired.
It
And I had been like that this past month as well. Like I just hadn't been sleeping that well.
yeah, it's been rough for Chaboy.
I forgot to tell you, I had an amazing day today. Let me tell you what happened.
What happened?
So I slept great. I woke up some nice pictures, and then I like
What?
what? That's not the important part. And then I like woke up and I had breakfast, chocolate frosted flakes. It was delicious. And then like I got my shower, which was amazing. You know, nice shower. Good on you. And then like I got out the shower. I got ready for work. I got to work and I heard the best thing all day. That Western Union was down. I was like, yes.
What does that mean?
Western Union being down means that I don't have to do like half of what I do normally at the service desk. So I was like, yes. Like, you know, and I feel bad for the people who need it, like, you know, need the money and stuff
The
like
blind side, Flint. How dare you?
that. But like it's so much work for like I mean, it's not even that bad. It's just like tedious. And I don't like doing it. So I was like, yeah, it's gone. It's gone for the day. So I was like, all right, it's gonna be a good day. I looked at the schedule. Jennifer was the manager on duty. I was like, absolutely. It's like she's so like laid
She's the
back.
cool one.
She's
the cool
like
one.
so laid back when she's.
You were like,
managing
this is
stuff.
gonna be one of those chill, not have to like
Yeah.
worry about things days.
Yes, and it was for the most part.
Isn't that weird? Like with Learn TV, we always got more shit done when Richie wasn't there
Yeah.
because we didn't like him. Like it was harder getting work done with him there
Well,
because he was over your shoulder
He
and
wasn't
like
as efficient. you
he
know?
wasn't efficient
He
at
wasn't
all.
Efficient at all
He didn't
for
do
what you
anything.
wanted to do.
Exactly.
And it's like you would come up with ideas, and like he'd be like, "Well, maybe," and then like that's why like I kind of want to go back to working for a small company or a small thing because it's like
something you
know-
believe in.
Well, yeah, something I believe in, and it's something. See, I know how to be efficient now with stuff, but I know how
Yeah.
to be efficient and not be an ass.
Exactly.
And like,
Yeah, that was your only real weakness was you weren't efficient when you weren't doing whatever it was you knew how to do.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like me and Quentin, we'd sit there and talk a lot, but we'd figure something out to do.
yeah,
And you would just sit there and file paperwork. Bro, Creighton spent a whole summer, and I mean like a whole entire summer when we were remodeling a studio. He was filing paperwork which
just-
literally, I'm not kidding, was him sitting there on his phone
if I'm
texting
not
for a month and a half.
if I'm not producing and writing something, like I get bored. I can't just sit there and do something that doesn't like have weight behind it.
Or couldn't. You could probably do it now.
Well, yeah, I probably could now, but like
Because all of
then-
it has weight behind it.
Well,
'cause
I know it does.
it's all
but, like,
morale
what-
and like perception based.
What I mean is like I'm very much on the like side of like putting shit together as far as like the behind the scenes part of it, like writing out like what I want to do, what I want to talk about, who I want to talk to. I'm very much good at that aspect of it. I'm good at I like building sets. I feel like building sets was fun and everything like that. I couldn't sit there and edit something. I just like I get so bored. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's my biggest shortcoming is that like I never really learned how to edit stuff because I just didn't want to sit down and learn it. You know what I mean? I didn't.
When in reality, that's like not
It's probably like the key thing that I should have
it's
learned.
the most important part
Yeah.
of the whole thing.
It is.
Honestly.
It is.
Because
And
even bad writing can just be. I can't
Edited.
tell you how many times I just didn't even like
pay attention.
not pay attention. I like would read the script and be like, wow,
Yeah.
I know that this kid right here wrote it, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fix it. Like I would just
But
fix
see,
it on the
I
spot.
would sit there, and my problem was I would sit there and get sucked into whatever I was watching that I was supposed to be editing.
Monsters Inc.
You get what I'm saying? Though?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like, I would just be like, okay, well, like this is interesting, and then I forget. that,
You
like,
were very bad with the what's the word? The system. Like for editing, you need to have your rundown in front of you. You need to have who was there in front of you. You need like all of that information, and you would just go into it like that one summer where we edited a bunch of shit like very quickly and just like
the
badly.
games were easier to edit for me because I was there, so I knew who I was there and that kind of thing. So I didn't really need a rundown to look at, other than like maybe.
But the
like,
rundown even doesn't help with it. Like
yeah,
like that editing very much. Like that's just the credits that you need help. The credits are the easiest part of any show. You can make up credits. Like credits, it's not like anybody was fact checking them. I wish we had a TV studio that like made content that was really seen. Because I know Learn TV has a lot of shows that are seen now, like through the YouTube. It's definitely more than it was,
yeah.
at least in my eyes.
Last time we
But-
checked their numbers, it was like in the thousands.
Well, that are subscribed. Like
Yeah.
the only
well, I'm
shows.
talking about views too.
Well, the only things that got those views were football games.
Yeah,
And
but I
then
mean,
and then
there's
the only other
stuff.
sports that like got views were like basketball, and that was a few hundred views. And then like soccer would get some big views, but like that's only sports. Like none of their like studio shows, were getting a ridiculous amount of views, which sucks because I really would love to do that. Like I would love to like get a studio together and start doing shows somewhere. You know what I mean? Like anything. Literally just get people in
I
our
mean,
community.
That's kind of what we're doing now.
Kind of. And honestly, I'm not kidding. I want to do that
Yeah.
with this podcast once we get a place. Once we get a place where we can invite people and have like a room dedicated to it and have like a little mini studio in our house, I would be so down to legitimately film little 30-minute things where we talk about people in our community and let them advertise it. Because like we are only going to be
Which is
able to advertise so much,
Only
right?
like a step further than Creighton Station. What Creighton Station is, right? now.
Exactly. Like, if we do that, though, we're going to have a separate channel for it
Yeah.
and start over because people are not going to want our content,
Mixed with their
mixed with their
yeah
thing, which
because
I
we have stuff
understand
like you
totally.
saying the N-word.
Yeah, okay, bro, that's not on our content anyway.
Mm.
Stop spreading that. That's what's going to make our future show not be
So,
able to happen.
I'm looking at their numbers right now.
It's so good. Monsters Inc. is so good.
I'm looking at the numbers right now. The last video that they uploaded, which was 6 hours ago, had 1.8 thousand views.
For what is it?
It just says Learn TV Live.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Kenmore, why is your shirt on? I'm confused.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, these numbers vary a lot because like you got the playbook week 4 2020 at 20
thank you for the
views.
follow, Kenmore.
Thank you for the follow, Kenmore.
The
then
name is
you-
ironic.
Then you have
We can't have our shirts off.
Then you have like the football game from last week that had 568 views.
Yeah. It's like
so
the numbers vary. Like it
Yeah.
depends on the game, depends on
it
when in the
depends
week.
on what it is.
Last year, whenever I was still there filming with them, like filming sports and shit, like I would get to the poker games, and those guys would be like, "Where's your boys at? Why isn't it live?" Like they'd be having like I'd literally be texting Quentin like, "Why aren't you guys live yet? People are mad at me."
Wait.
like, cause they'd be watching.
They're watching for football.
Yeah,
on
they
live TV?
they'd watch all of it. They love watching like the local shit because a lot of them have like kids or grandkids that
Yeah.
are or nephews or whatever, nieces cheerleading, literally anything, and they'd also bet on them. Like they have all that. It was hilarious. I am so erect right now. Hey Blake. Yeah, I don't know. It would be cool to commentate sports like local sports, but I feel like we wouldn't be able to do
I
that.
told you we just need permission to do it.
But yeah, we're not gonna get it.
I
Is what I
think we'll
mean.
get it.
I don't think we would.
I mean,
Because
like,
they're about to
well,
start
we-
making you pay to watch, apparently.
really,
Or they were trying to implement that. I don't know if it worked or not.
we need to do.
But
it.
even if, like, they don't let people, like, Learn TV has a
I'm
pass
not,
only
I'm not
because.
talking about like for Learn TV. I'm talking about like we should do it for us, just in general.
I know,
Remember we
but I'm
talked about
saying,
going to do soccer.
I understand, but what I'm saying is, like, you have to have permission to do it. And what are we going to do? Go to the school and be like, can we do it?
Yeah.
Because then the problem is, one parent finds out and watches us and is mad that we're talking shit
Well,
or
that's
cursing.
why I said let's do it for the college, because the college rules are a little bit more lenient.
Yeah, but again, all it takes is one person looking in on it and realizing what we're doing that doesn't like it to complain
Okay,
and then saying we can't do it.
that's fine with me if we can't do it afterwards. But like, I feel like we could try and get in there.
They are ravishing on the eyes. What succulent boys. Thank you. Who are you? So I want to figure it out.
What if it's Lindsay?
Lindsay. Is that you, Lindsay? That sounds like it could be Lindsay. There's no way, right?
There
They
are.
are ravishing on the eyes. What succulent boys. I can hear her saying it so much in my head. Flant, I'm on round 3 right now. I was too eager to type the first 2 times.
You see, you're Lindsay or Carly.
Wow, that's so much of them. The way that are you really the Charlie boy? Diggsy
Wooly?
Diggsy Wooly. Wait a second.
Do you
I
who
know
that
you.
is?
I think I do. Wait,
From
let me
Infam?
double check. I think so.
He said, "Sup, homie."
Diggsy Wooly. Yes, I do.
I'm edging so hard.
Aha! He helped me learn how to stream snipe Nick today. We were stream sniping Nick on
What's
stream.
stream snipe mean?
Stream snipe is when you are watching the stream live and you like try and queue into his game at the same time and go find him in the game. But me and my friend Adam are friendly stream snipers where we don't go and try and kill Nick. We go and like bring him a chopper and just let him kill us and like bring him loot and shit. But I couldn't get my mic to work because what happens is you kill a person and when they die, you can hear them for like a second, like the death chat. Like you can hear like what
Yeah.
they say. And most of the time you hear like, fuck that guy. Or like, he's right there, he's weak. But all the friendly stream snipers will go and be like, Nick, you have a big dick. Or they'll be like, chat, Harambe's alive. Or like they'll just say some funny shit. And I wanted to go in there and be like, chat, Nick's tall, chat, Nick's tall. And just talk shit because everybody thinks Nick is short. Like my friend Adam just screamed. Like he literally went like, ah, like just screamed. And like Nick will just laugh at it. But it's like super friendly. It's like fun. It's fun to do. And
Stupid
we
fun.
only got in one game. Dude, there's this guy named Bernie. His name's Brain Dead Bernie. That's his name on Twitch. Him and his friend Minos get into like every fucking game. It's crazy. Like Nick plays. If Nick gets on now and just has the stream, like the game up and isn't watching YouTube or showing you anything, and it's like easy to stream snipe, every single game. He had a game where he like had to go use the bathroom and the game started and like what happens is if the plane goes and like goes all the way and you drop, there's just like a part at the end of the map where like 10 people will drop because they're all AFK. And he landed there and fucking you're just watching him stand there and you see the mini map and there's like 8 helicopters fucking going to Nick. And they all land and no one kills them. They're just standing there waiting for him. And then they're all watching the other AFK people. And when the other AFK people start moving, they just kill them so that they're not going to kill everybody else. And you just have all these people waiting for Nick to come back and kill them. It's fucking hilarious. I'm filing a report to Yuli. Oh darn, I'm so scared.
Who's Yuli?
Yuli is Nick's assistant, tech guy. I don't know. He helps run the
I
stream.
don't care about Say Baby Mama.
Yeah, yeah. Mods sniping the streamer. It was very fun.
Did you have a good time?
I had a good time. We only got in one game, but you know, I don't like I don't like
are
Warzone.
screens bigger than they are normally?
No,
They look bigger to me.
they're exactly the same as usual.
Am I losing it?
You're losing it, bro.
Were they bigger in the older? Were they smaller in the older podcasts?
The one a year ago, maybe. I don't know.
Hold on. Like I gotta hold on.
I
gotta
really
compare
can't remember.
sizes. Charlie, whip yours out.
No. If we were gonna do shows in town,
Yes.
like
I think we could do it. I think they would let us if we explained what we were doing the right way to the college and like that we're purely comedy and we're not gonna say anything offensive. You can't
Well,
say the N word, Charlie.
Creighton,
As
shut
much
up.
as you
Stop
want
saying
to.
that. Okay, let's talk for real for a second.
Okay.
If we're gonna say offensive, offensive is relative. Saying the word fuck is offensive to our college, probably. Saying
I
shit
don't know.
or damn or hell, even like literally any of that could be considered
I feel like
offensive.
You're reading, I feel like you're overestimating.
I
the
feel like you're
college system.
underestimating like how cool the college might be just 'cause you went there for a couple semesters. like
2 years, not
2
just a
years.
couple semesters.
okay, 4 semesters. That's not much different than a
Plus
couple.
summer stuff.
Okay, still, that's not 2 years is not like a ridiculous amount of time, and it's not like we didn't drop out anyway.
I didn't drop out from there. I've graduated from there.
Well, graduating doesn't mean much if you don't have like degrees for it.
I can file the paperwork and get my degree
You can?
for my associates. Yeah.
Why
So I
didn't you do
completed
that?
2 years.
You should do
It
that.
costs money.
Then why'd you even go to college
Ah.
if you weren't gonna get your degree?
Well,
if you're not gonna
technically
pay for your
speaking,
degree,
I do have my degree. Technically,
so like on your resume you can say you have an
I
associate's
put on
in
my
something.
resume. Technically, I do have my associates. I
But do
have it-
you technically?
I word it in a way where people don't ask.
You shouldn't have said that.
Well, you asked.
I'd do it too, to be honest, if I didn't abhor this COD as much as I do. Yeah, I don't like.
It's the Bible Belt.
I'm excited for Cold War. It's the Bible Belt. Everyone's offended by everything, right? I mean, pretty much.
What was like?
Let Creighton live his life. I'm not opposing it. I'm just.
The
You
way
probably
I
shouldn't have
see
said it
it,
out loud.
I'm $6,000 in debt, and this is what they owe. me.
Are you
Something like that.
for that? Damn.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm
Well, that was
that
actually
one
for
I
the
did.
first semester.
The first
at
semester?
USC, not at USCO.
Damn. Oh,
USCO
okay.
was free the whole time.
The entire time, all of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Damn.
I had to pay tuition, but that's it.
I got like 2/3 of it paid for the semester I was there, and then
Wow, you had Bethany on podcast number 6?
yeah, you don't remember she did the
Yeah.
first half of one that you were late for.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was funny. She was pretty good. She was pretty good at she was so nervous beforehand, but as soon as the camera got cut on and people were in chat, it was so she was you. I mean, she was literally it was as easy to her as it is to you. Like she was a little quiet.
But it's the same size. Sorry, I was looking at the podcast. Go ahead. Anyways.
Isn't it weird? Like
Yeah.
sometimes your eyes just play tricks on you.
Wow, it looks so bad.
The
compared to
like the
now.
black just the bad nothing background. Yeah. Like this is not great, but it's way better than no
Yeah.
background at all. I
Yeah.
will admit that.
Go ahead. Anyway, sorry. Bethany.
Yeah, she was great at it. University of Southern California? No, USC Columbia.
I
In
don't
South
know.
Carolina.
I feel like we should definitely try and see.
The sports, I mean, you can try. Well, the problem is again, then we have to figure out how to stream it. 'Cause it's not going to be as easy. We're going to need
Are we gonna stream it or are we gonna record it?
even if we record it, it's not going to be like cuz one thing people want to see it live. But even if it's not live and we do it afterwards, like
I
We
think
have to let-
should-
we need to do a lot of networking with the players because most of our views are going to come from players who want to go back and watch it or coaches that want to go back and watch it and just hear us talk shit. Which, to be honest, if they're watching it like it's a team, they're probably just kind of muted watching the plays. But anybody who wants to show it to their family or their friends or whoever, like we need to get with the players and be like, hey, blah, 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 we show this here, watch
I
this
think-
here, do this,
I
whatever.
think we should record.
And
it
then we have to
first.
also get camera people. Like,
I think we
you know what
should
I mean?
record it first, and then we'll see about streaming it. Because
well, yeah, we're not going to be able to stream it
because
for a
if
while.
we can stream it, or if we can get a good enough audience recording it, we'll have an audience already built in when we go to stream it.
It'll be really
but
cool.
also, I think like if somehow we could borrow some equipment from Learn TV before we get our own, that would be great too.
We could probably do that. I wouldn't be surprised if we could do that, especially if it was the right days of the week, like if it's on weekends ever, like because then we don't have to worry about them like conflicting schedules. And what we could do is both be on camera and just do what we used to do with the headsets and film it like be cameraman again and just have our headphones on and do the like talk during it. You know what I mean? Like have it record through those microphones,
Honestly,
which would be sick.
we just need to go up there and talk to them. I feel like
Yeah, I mean I'd be down. The
You would go
problem is also like COVID.
Well, yeah. Well, do you want to go tomorrow?
I have to work tomorrow.
Well, I'm talking about before you go to work.
Maybe. I mean I'm down if
We
you want
need
to
to
go.
go to during business hours.
Maybe. I mean I'd be bring Bethany back 2020. Well, 2020 is almost over.
Yeah.
Maybe 2021 bring Bethany back. We'll see about it. Once we get a place somewhere eventually, potentially. I'm going to wait to see Cold War on stream before I buy it. I love Treyarch, but this last COD left such a bad taste in my mouth. Blake, if
Really?
you didn't play the beta, bro, the beta was fucking incredible. If this game's bad, I'll be very surprised. Because all the things that made like the last few CODs bad aren't in it. There's no whack specialist. There's no like equipment. There's no like lame shit. Like the only equipment is like shit that should be equipment. You know, trophy systems, a SAM turret. Like the only dumb equipment to me is the sentry gun, and it's a streak. Like it's a streak. So I mean, like score streaks and rather than kill streaks is a little lame to me. But even that, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of okay with that if that's the thing that's annoying. Or skill-based matchmaking, I'm not really that mad if that's the thing making the game annoying, as long as the gameplay is good. Like if I really, it's really fun.
You know what's crazy to me?
What?
Like, this whole thing kind of lines up with Avengers a little bit, like COVID and stuff. 'Cause like they're talking about, like I don't think we'll be fully recovered from this until we have like a proper vaccine.
Mm.
You know, and that's not
I don't know.
That's not coming for like another
Yeah.
3 or 4 years
Right.
potentially. I
Maybe.
mean, granted,
Well, I mean, look at other.
I'm
like,
still on the
dis-
fence
like
of
diseases.
like you know, well, it could be over as soon as election's over. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, I mean, look at the flu. Like we have flu vaccines, but 75,000 people between
But if it
like 40 and
does-
65, 70,000 people die every year of that anyway.
if it does end up being like 4 years, like imagine that, because that's going to be a total of 5 really altogether, because this shit started
been-
in March,
Yeah.
and that's how
Well,
long the
really
snap-
started in January.
That's how long the
Really,
snap-
it started technically a year, like in last
Yeah.
November is when it cases started arising in China, and then there were cases that got dated back to here from like December and January. Like people, do you ever hear about the people that like their family members died and they were confused? They started realizing the symptoms were very like much like COVID, and they exhumed their body and did secondary autopsies and realized people were dying of COVID back in like last January.
Yeah.
Like this was here way before March, months. I mean, 2-3 months before March, this shit was here. Like. That's bananas. Like it was here so much earlier than everybody thought. So it's almost been here a year now.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. Not 8 months. Bring Hentai Girl back 2020. Right.
But that's what I mean though. Like if it lines up like that, it'll be like 5 years. And it's almost like how long the
We're
snap
not going to be
lasted.
on shutdown for 5 years.
No, but what
herd,
I mean,
herd
I don't
immunity
think-
will kick in
you
eventually,
see what I'm
regardless. Like
saying, though.
within a year or two,
Yeah.
anyway. But again, like it's already like, and don't come at me as like some kind of like COVID denier. Wearing the masks helps a lot. Wearing masks is huge. That cuts a lot of it down. Social distancing helps. A lot of people working from home now is helping. Like, way less people, obviously, have died of this than would have if the world just didn't do anything. But the world has done a lot of shit. But at a certain point, like, the people that are mad that people are going back to work or that places aren't shut down, it's just ridiculous at a certain point. At a certain point, people have to work. Like, not everywhere is as good as other places. Some people are lucky and don't have to pay rent and won't have to when this is all over. There are a lot of places that don't have to pay their rent until a certain date, but when that date comes, they don't just have to pay their rent. They have to pay their rent and everything, all of the rent from all the months that they weren't able to pay it. There's going to be a mass exodus in certain states, in certain counties, in certain like
ways of life.
in certain ways of life. I mean, there's going to be a ridiculous, crazy amount of people that, hey guys, thank you for all your help this week. Hey Kimberly. I was like, wait, who is that for a second? Why are you up? It's 2 a.m. You go get some rest. God damn it, you're crazy. I love you, but please get some sleep. Stay healthy. Take some fucking
Charlie gave you advice
turmeric.
yesterday.
Take some turmeric and ginger. What?
You gave her some advice yesterday. You remember? Because you were
What
like,
I say?
we were talking about how like she still wants to work and stuff.
Oh
and
my
you're
God!
like,
Stop being stop working. You retired. You take a nap. God damn it! What is wrong with you? You're crazy. Next time we talk, explain it all to me, and I will.
You'll do your best to understand.
Not even understand. I will. What's the word? I will. God damn it!
You'll search for the words to say.
No, not even that. I will. There's a word for this. I'll figure out the word later. I will humor. I will humor your logic. Go to bed. Sleep is so important for healing, Kimberly. You're crazy. You are absolutely bananas right now.
Bonkers.
You're bonkers. You're losing it, Kimberly.
Bonkers.
Bonkers?
Yeah.
B-O-N...
It sounds weird
C-K.
when-
I think it's C-K, right?
Are we
Bonkers?
sure?
Maybe
I don't know.
K.
It's British, so could be all kinds.
Is
of shit.
bonkers British?
Bonkers is British.
Are you sure?
It's crazy for British. It's crazy in British.
Coolest mom of the stream. Definitely coolest mom of the stream. I would agree. It's only 2 moms for the stream, technically,
Yeah. I mean, that we know of.
that we know of.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on what you classify as a mom. Are we just classifying like,
Somebody with a kid.
or are we talking about like older like women
Oh,
in
are
the
you
stream?
trying to say MILF? No, that's not the same. They have to have a kid.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was just gonna say old. Like I was gonna say
Oh,
technically we
like
could
somebody
classify like Beezy and Lacey. Like if we have to
No,
pick an age,
They
we have to
have to
pick an
have a
age
kid.
that we classify.
No.
Because that's like
You
Sarah
wanna rap?
Silverman, huh?
Oh wait, she said can't sleep. COVID effects.
I'm sorry. You
You
should
want-
still try and sleep. We love you. And we were very worried, but we also like go to sleep. Try and sleep. Lay down. Just
Just cut on
Drink
the
some
office.
water.
Cut on the office.
cut on The Office, drink some water, watch us. No, don't watch The Office. Watch us until we go off. But drink some water, take
Well,
some
I was about
ginger,
to
and
ask-
vitamin D is incredibly important. Make sure you take vitamin
What'd
D.
you tell my mom?
What? I said vitamin D is
I know.
incredibly important.
I know, but it's you know.
Oh, the D.
Yeah.
Hilarious. It's your mom, Creighton. You're
I know.
disgusting.
That's why I was pissed.
How dare you? Vitamin D is there's a study. I'm gonna butcher these numbers.
Love
I
you
think
too.
it said that
It's in orange juice.
that's vitamin C.
It's in bananas.
That's potassium.
Oh no, vitamin D is in milk.
No, vitamin D is the sun.
Wait, which one is in milk?
There is vitamin D in some milk they add to it, but it's not like I hate you so much. I love
Wait.
penis, says Blake. Thank you, Blake.
Vitamin C isn't in the sun either.
Stop talking.
Okay.
There's
you
a
wanna
study.
Rap in like 4 minutes, by the way, or 3 minutes.
Do you want to rap in like 3
Maybe,
minutes?
'cause I'm
You want to
tired.
rap? Okay, we'll rap.
Go ahead. though.
Just say let's rap in 3 minutes.
okay.
Uh
Well, it has to be your man.
Shut the fuck up. Let me say the stat. It's been like a minute and a half.
Say the stat.
So I'm going to butcher these numbers, but like they're kind of close to this.
Come on, you got it. I believe in you.
Stop
Tyler.
talking.
Okay. Well,
Oh
we're
my
doing a
god. I'm going to
podcast.
mute you. I'm going to rip your fucking microphone out. It's over there. Have you done the weather? Yeah, I did the weather a fucking hour ago, Blake. You fucking freak. Anyway, shut up. Penis is never mind. I hate everybody here right now. I love all of you.
Charlie,
The stat
take
was
that
something
big
like,
vitamin D.
out of the people that have died of COVID,
Uh-huh.
it's like 90% of people that have, or even had it, either 90% of the cases or 90% of the people that have died, something like that, were vitamin D deficient. But like 70% of the population is vitamin D deficient. Anyway, but they're saying that like most people that are dying of COVID, like vitamin D deficiency is a factor. Like is like a very noticeable factor. I take
Are you sure that's not somebody trying to sneak in a dirty joke?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So the vitamin D, I take this vitamin D right here. Each tablet is 1,000 IU's. Is that focusing? I can't tell if that's focusing. It's Nature Made vitamin D3 is the one you want to take. 25 milligrams or 1,000 IUs per
Sponsor.
tablet. Now,
That's
what they
sponsorship right there.
recommend is 2,000 IUs, which is 2. I take 5. But that's, that's me listening
How
to a
many
very
is in there?
specific doctor that is, she's a very smart doctor, and she recommends 5,000. So I just go by her recommendation because she is very smart and knows what she's talking about. But, take 2,000. I don't know. It's up to you. That's vitamin A.
Sorry, I'm looking at all your meds,
Stop.
your drugs.
Why are you? That's Alpha Brain. That's for memory and focus.
Was that helping? You couldn't
When I
remember-
take it, it
I
helps.
was about to say you couldn't remember shit earlier.
What are your thoughts on the Russian automotive industry? Man, you know what? You're really. I have so much to say about it, but we're ending the
You're
podcast.
striking while the iron is hot on this
Yeah,
one.
exactly. It's too bad. Creighton needs to leave. We need to wrap. I'm gonna find someone to raid real quick. Yeah, it's crazy. Remind me tomorrow. I'll talk all about it. I have so much to say about the Russian automobile industry. Blake, who the fuck?
Do you think?
Who the fuck are you, Blake?
Do you think they have?
I can't
Chevy?
wait to meet you. No, oh, shit, you fucking weirdo. Maybe.
Like
I
a
don't know.
Russian version of Chevy?
I just hate
A
everything
Chevy.
about everybody. I hate all of you.
It comes with
We're
vodka
gonna raid today. We are going to who's live? Okay, Dez is live.
and a gold chain.
Ooh, Breadwinner's live. Train's live. You're a
And a
mod for
jumpsuit.
Breadwinner, aren't you, Blake? He's playing GTA though.
Who's GTA?
Breadwinner is.
Oh.
You like GTA, don't you?
I do. I
Fuck it.
love
We'll
GTA.
raid Breadwinner. I love him. He's
What's
my
he-
buddy.
What game mode is he playing in? Does it say?
Takeover?
Ooh.
Is that a thing?
Fun.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna host Breadwinner.
Takeover is one of those
raid. Breadwinner TV. Okay. I love you guys. You're not gonna live tomorrow. Probably not. Maybe a Halloween podcast on Saturday, but
Maybe.
don't count
We'll
on it.
see.
Don't like count on it. It probably won't happen.
I'm dying.
Kimberly, get some sleep. Take some vitamin D. Take some ginger and turmeric. That also helps.
Whack.
Whack. We love all of you. Have a great night. We'll count on it. Okay, great. That's well. Count on it. It's wheel. WE''LL. I hate
Count
you.
on it.
Rating. Goodbye. We love you guys. Have a good night.
He said, well, count on it. Like, well, count on it.